morning, class. Wanted to give you some notes about our quadrilaterals. If you guys open the flow chart, it'll show you that quadrilaterals are any four-sided shape. And so there's a lot of different properties that fall under that. The first one we're going to talk about is parallelograms. So parallelograms, they are a quadrilateral. They have four sides, but they're a little more distinct, right? And so what we need to talk about is the properties of a parallelogram. So a parallelogram is a four-sided figure, so it is a quadrilateral. However, the opposite sides are congruent. So in this case, we know that WX and ZY are going to be equal to each other, right? So WX and ZY. Our opposite sides are congruent. The other side also. So the WX and the XY. Okay, so across from each other, they're congruent. All right, that is one property of a parallelogram. We also know that the opposite angles are going to be congruent. So in this case, they're saying the ZWX, right? So this angle right here is going to be equal to its opposite angle down here. Okay, so opposite angles are equal. That's the same case as the other one. So this angle and this angle, okay? And so the opposite angles are equal. We also know that the diagonals are going to bisect each other. So this diagonal right here, the ZX, is going to bisect the other diagonal, meaning that where it intersects right here is the midpoint. So it's cutting it in half. So this WV, right, is going to equal this YV. Okay, and vice versa. The other diagonal also cuts it. And so we know that ZV and XV are going to be the same measurement as well. So this point V right here is an actual midpoint of both of the diagonals. So the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, that helps us out in an example. And so if we go down here, right, we say, okay, QR is 16. So QR right here, this little part is 16. So what is TS? Well, TS is an opposite side. And so we know that TS is also going to be 16. Okay? Because opposite sides are congruent. Okay? Then we want to look at the next one, number 6. So QTS. QTS. So that's this angle right here. Okay? That angle is 95 degrees. It's asking us what SRQ is. That's this angle right here. Okay? Well, we also learned that one of the properties is that opposite angles are congruent. So in fact, this angle is also, sorry about my writing, is also 95 degrees. Okay? All right, the next one is QU. So QU is this little piece right here. Okay, and it's saying that that's 4. And it's asking you what SU is. So SU is this other piece. Now remember, the diagonals bisect each other. So U is a midpoint. So if this little piece QU is 4, then we know also that SU will also be 4 because the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, the last one is TR. So TR is the entire diagonal. That entire diagonal is 20. So now it's asking you, okay, well, what about this little piece of the diagonal, the TU? Well, again, we know that each piece is equal because it's bisected. So if the entire thing is 20, then this half must be 10. Okay, so just using those properties, we've learned that we can find different measurements of a parallelogram. I hope that helps.